Podcast City Network.
Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code DeathmatchRussellPodcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion.
And good evening, wrestling fans. How you doing tonight? It's Deathmatch Russell Podcast once again, and we're bringing to you live on the podcast. My guest tonight is professional wrestler Chase Stevens, Chase Stevens, and we're going to be talking to him live any second now. So fans, check it out. Tune in to the Deathmatch Russell Podcast because we're bringing you some good stuff tonight. Let's tune into the podcast and see what's going on. Let's talk wrestling. Tune in. Well, good evening, Chase Stevens, and how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Pretty good. Just getting sick and tired of this weather. I wish we get some snow finally, but who cares? We don't need it right now, you know?
Yeah, it's 75 degrees in Nashville right now. I'm doing good.
Well, you know what? Here in Jersey, it's like 58?
Yeah, it stays cold up there.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think I've ever been in New Jersey. It's never warm.
No. But so how you?
That Jersey Shore's full of crap.
Yes, it is. Yes, a lot of. Yeah, I know. It's like it's not like it used to be, you know.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm at the touristy spot of the shore because I'm right in the middle of like the beaches, you know.
Oh, okay.
In between Point Pleasant Beach and Seaside Heights.
Yeah.
So anyway, how you doing, man? What's been going on?
I'm doing great. I can't complain.
Yeah. What you been up to? What you been up to?
Man, traveling the world, doing what I can to keep wrestling alive.
Yeah, that's awesome. And any past shows you were at this past week?
Yeah, I was in I did a Franklin, Kentucky show.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good little crowd. The building holds right around 250 people.
Mm-hmm.
They had right at capacity, so 230, 240 was there.
Yeah.
So it was a good little deal. Main event.
Who'd you take
wrestled,
on? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wrestled a guy by the name of goes by Jason Legend right now.
Mm-hmm.
I trained with him back around 97, 98.
Oh, wow.
And, he went by Jason Kane back then.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen him in a good. I haven't wrestled him in probably 11 years. Right.
So
it was a nice little meeting, and and a flash from the past,
Yeah.
probably longer. It's
Yeah.
probably longer than 11 years.
Yeah.
So, we got to tear it down a little bit.
That's
Break
all.
out some old wrestling moves I hadn't done in forever.
Yeah, right? It's like, you lose your step after all the time you've wrestled,
Man, you forget you have there's so much out there today that
It's blown. I know. Are you like
back.
you're like blown away by it now? Like, look at all these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, whenever I was younger coming into wrestling,
Yeah.
it wasn't that way. Like I was a little guy,
Mm-hmm.
and it was get bigger, get bigger, get bigger.
Yeah.
Like, don't do the flips. So, that's all I was good at. Man.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
No.
You need to be a big guy, and you're never gonna make it at that size. And
Yeah.
You gotta get in the gym, and you gotta slow down. Quit going so fast.
Yeah. Keep that power going, and just the health is just the most important thing, though. You don't want to screw that up, too. Still there? Oop. Hello. Hello. Yeah, you still there? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I had a bad connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad place today. Travel.
Can you hear
Can
me?
you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, just fix the sound.
So, what was I saying now? Where was that?
We were just talking about, the kid, like, nowadays, this and that, about, training, just like the training,
Yeah. They nowadays they want you lean and they want you athletic and acrobatic,
Yeah.
and they ask you to do the opposite of what I was told 20 years ago. So I'm like in the midst of I finally got to the size where I could be a heavyweight,
Yeah.
and now they're like, oh man, if you could just lose 40 pounds, we'd like to use you.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow, it took me 15 years to gain 40 pounds.
Oh, man.
So,
But you're fit, and if you like to be, I'm sure you got a good, workout every normal day, and I don't know if you hike or do any of the, outdoor stuff. It's pretty awesome to be, take that into, like, that's a nice work. I'm a garbage man, so I get my workout outdoors all the damn time,
And the only thing I do for a living is I roll around the ring in my underwear.
There you go.
Yeah, I get a good workout in the ring.
Absolutely.
I stay pretty busy, so I'll do at least 4 days a week on the road.
Yeah.
During indies and stuff like that. So I still try to stay as busy as I possibly can. And I would wrestle more if there was more shows out there. It's hard to find shows these days. So.
You got to make your way East Coast or something. There's a lot down this way.
I do. I need to get back up there. I don't have any connections up that way at the moment. So
Well, maybe I can put your name in the hat. It's a couple of promotions. How's that?
Well, there we go. Throw my name out there. I'll talk all night long with it.
Yeah.
But that was the whole reason I moved to Tennessee to begin with.
Yeah.
Because it's surrounded by so many states.
Mhm.
That it's easy to hit these towns in these different states and get home.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You ain't gotta. I don't have so much travel time. I don't have to fly. It saves everybody money bringing me in and things like that. When you stay booked as long as they're not flying you
Every week.
Every week, yeah.
Yeah. That's because you don't want to be home. You want to relax, take it easy.
Yeah, I got kids and everything. So
Yep.
It's one of those things, like they're old now. Like
Right.
I think they're older than me now. It seems like.
Yeah.
But they're I got an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old.
Mhm.
But and I've been a single dad for 15 years with them. So,
I've been single. I'm 41. God, it feels old. I've got nothing to worry. You know what I mean? But I got my nieces and nephews. I love my nieces and nephews though. They're growing up so fast, so smart.
Well, that's good when you can give them back. You know what I mean? Like, they're nieces and nephews. You get them for a few days and you can give them back.
Yeah, you don't want to go back. They're like, Uncle David, come on, play with my dinosaurs, play with this GI Joe, play with my gaming systems, this and that, you know. But they're not into the wrestling. They never got into the wrestling aspect of it. I never told them like what like I've never showed them. They like to play with my figures when I have them out at the house. They'll but I don't show them my autographs and my contraptions of collection of artifacts of death matches and regular junk from hardcore shows and
Yeah. I really don't watch wrestling. I didn't watch wrestling growing up. I didn't. I kind of fell into wrestling. It wasn't something that I sought out. So I still don't really watch it. I'll pick up on some stuff here and there, like on YouTube and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So my oldest, he's not really into wrestling.
Yeah.
He's an amateur wrestler. In high school, doesn't. He's not into the professional part of it.
No.
My middle-aged son, he's all about it. Like he's a straight A student and got all the brains in the world and wants to be a pro wrestler. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Go be a doctor, be a lawyer, be something in life. Don't be a wrestler.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to listen to me at all,
No.
Yeah. He'll come back 10 years from now going, yeah, I should listen to you.
Yeah.
So,
but no. Yeah, you've had a long run. You've just look at where you were. What, TNA and just everywhere else. Just
I've done a little bit of everything. All over the place.
You were, actually, I'll say it. One of my was a really great guy, Christopher Candido, man. Took you under his wing,
Yeah, Candido was the man.
He was the man. You know what? That night I went to his funeral after that week. I was like, oh, this is shocking. Right after that, that was so scary.
We all was shocked.
I know.
And it was almost hush hush. Like nobody really talked about it.
No.
And TNA didn't even contact me and tell me he had passed away. I had to read it on the internet.
Yeah.
So I had me and Andy at the time.
Yeah.
Were the Naturals.
Yes.
And we had heard so many good stories about Chris, but we had never got the we just never ran into him on the road together.
Mm-hmm.
And Dusty Rhodes brings him in and thought that he would be a good pair for the Naturals, and we just hit it off.
Yeah.
It was like we knew each other our whole lives.
Because he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that just makes you laugh. He's like for real.
He's one of those guys that never meets a stranger.
Yeah. And you know who I still talk to? I still talk to his brother Johnny. I still talk to his.
Man, Johnny's cool too, man. Johnny's one of those good guys. I haven't talked to Johnny since that pay-per-view.
Oh man, you know what? I'll have to tell him it. I'll have to reach out.
Yeah, tell him I said hello.
I definitely will.
I don't have to talk to him forever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Candido, man, he was just one of those guys that just,
mm-hmm.
He was born to be a wrestler.
Yeah, he was.
Everything that he did from
mm-hmm.
the time he woke up to the time he went to bed
mm-hmm.
Was about wrestling. So.
Yeah. I wish I was younger and I wish I was younger and gone to like the Asbury Park days of ECW, in Philadelphia,
Yeah. See, I never got to do any of that either.
No.
I made it to Philly right at
mm-hmm.
right at the time ECW was down. I mean, they were writing bad checks left and right,
mm-hmm.
and everybody was jumping ship and going to different places. And
yeah,
that was there. I got up there,
mm-hmm.
and they still treated the locker room like a sanctuary. I got to go in the locker room one time. So
mm-hmm.
the times that I was on any shows in that area, I had to change in the men's bathroom.
Right.
And that's where I come out from. So, the wrestling business was a lot different back then.
It was.
And whenever you got welcomed into the business, it meant something to you.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they welcomed you into that locker room and said, now you're one of us, that's whenever everything, it's almost like it's paying your dues is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a lot more respect for the business once you tough it out and make it through. Nowadays, everything's just handed to everybody.
Yeah.
And they don't think they owe anything else, like, oh, I've already had my wrestling matches with these that guy. Oh, I'm worthy.
Yeah, but we,
You ain't got a
but
clue.
but Chase, you know what? We know, me and you know, as like I'm afraid. I've known the business for so long, like seeing all these guys grow and you too. It's like look where they are. Look where they are. They've made it. They've made a name for themselves. I mean, they were on Impact all the time. Like we saw all these guys from the past, Joe to local indie local promotions all over Jersey, West Coast, East Coast, North Coast, all over the states,
Yep.
like in their younger days.
There's a lot of them that was born to be stars, and then there's a lot of them that you would never thought would ever make it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're on top,
Absolutely. It's like Jim. It's like I had a couple, maybe about a month ago or 2 months ago. I had Jimmy Rave on the line. I was like, this is great to hear his voice.
Jimmy's awesome, man. Jimmy's good too.
He is. But yeah, it's just like great to hear names like pull out once in a while and need to be noticed, like you need to be noticed, right? Like nobody knows who you were back in the day. Now it's like 2019, it's time to get back out in the game.
The social media is out there now. It's easy. You videotape a few matches and you splice and dice. And you
promo.
have your own production studio on your computer at home. Like back in the day, you didn't have that.
No.
You had to hit every town, and you were trying to just give away your merchandise. That way, everybody, when you come back, they would remember you. And things like that. You wanted anything that they would remember you by. Try to bring in new fans and things like that. Now it's weird. Like, these guys aren't out there. They don't. They show up the wrestling show. The newer generation, they show up the wrestling show, and they don't go out afterwards. They don't try to promote themselves. They don't try to.
Yeah.
They want to go home and play the new video game that come out.
Yeah, you're right.
Like that, I'm still old school,
Yes.
You want to go out. You want to go out to the local restaurant before you get to town.
Absolutely. That's what we.
Bar after.
Yeah.
You want to promote yourself. You want to promote that show. That way, when you come back, all these people feel invested in you because they've got to meet you in person.
And then you have friends. Then you make that. That's how we make good friends out of this. It's great. It's the way the business should be. Wrestling fans and
exactly. And if you get 20 guys in the locker room, 20 of the local wrestlers or whatever to go out and do that same thing with you, then you got something. Now you got 20 extra people coming in the next show, and then 40 the next show, and then 60 the next show. And that's how you build a promotion.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's,
always said I'm gonna own a promotion one of these days if I ever hit it rich.
Yeah, I'm old. Man, I say the same thing all the time. I don't even play the dang lottery, but I'm like, man, one of these days I'm gonna win that lottery if I ever play it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start my own show.
Yeah, because if Cody could do it, hey, come on. If Cody could do it,
man,
right?
What a business mind to pull that off.
Isn't that something that like these guys, just like young guys, Cody's not too old, but he's knowledgeable and the young bucks, I mean, big.
He's one of those guys that just has it. You know what I mean? Like watching his dad and being around all those legends, all those years, and hearing the stories from him.
Yeah.
His light bulb come on really early. Smart. He took it all in and learned. He went up to the WWE and learned off that business venture. And as soon as he got enough, where he was, his name was out there. And he was known, here he is. He capitalized on it.
Capitalized. They said after he said all in, after that big all in, he's like, you know what? There's going to be another one or something else. There
has to be.
Yeah.
There has to be. When you do something that great, you sell out that quick.
Yeah.
You gotta keep going.
It's
Why
like
not?
his
dad was this huge wrestling brain.
Yeah.
That just was an encyclopedia. Knew everybody. Everybody knew him. And Dustin Rhodes. It's fabulous talent, great mind, and everything.
Yeah.
But he was the wrestler, And he's here he's still on top. You know what I mean? Like as long as he's been in the business, way longer than me, and he's still on top. And he's nothing but happy for him. But here's little Cody coming up. And everybody thought he was. Yeah. He was just. He wasn't
one of those oddballs in WWE. One of those oddballs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And man, look what he did, man. Look what he's accomplished.
Look at it. New Japan I mean, come on, New Japan, shit, that's a hot market. I mean, that's a really hot market for wrestling,
And you got to be tough over there. You can't just walk over and push your foot around. They're gonna they'll hand you your ass.
No, but Cody, you think about Ring of Honor, the owner there just really knows a lot and probably helped promote, get him to the ways into that,
Oh, 100%. Like, and that's what it takes. It's who you know. So you've got to get out there. You've got to put yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know. Cody Rhodes has just been that guy that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have anything else going for him, so he wanted to become a wrestler.
Yeah.
His dad was. And that's what it would have been if he didn't push himself and get out there and try for Ring of Honor and things like that.
I know.
It might come a little bit easier for him, but look at that last name you have to stand up for.
You do. You got to be proud of it. I would be proud if I had a name like that. Shit,
There's a lot that goes into that too. Now, are you gonna?
Yeah.
Are you good enough to have that last name?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that stress on me.
No.
I got to walk in my dad's footsteps. That's a lot of stress right there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at David Flair and all that. Like they tried it and it didn't work out.
No.
They couldn't walk in those footsteps. But
no.
I could say Dustin and Cody, they walked those footsteps. And they've become their own. You know what I mean? They don't live off their dad's name, and they're not throwing it out in every promo, and they're not trying to be their dad. They're their own character, and it's really done them well.
Yeah, and Young Bucks, of course, too. They really kill it 100% every time they're in the ring. You see them, and they're like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I saw him at CZW. I was like, these guys are awesome. They're gonna make a name for himself, big time. Look where they New Japan. And that's like Kenny Omega. Come on, Kenny has been in that. It's like wow.
Kenny's one of those guys that they said was never gonna make it. He wasn't gonna be there.
No. And you know what? And I remember going to a Jersey All Pro Wrestling show, and Kenny was wrestling. My God, people loved him. Like, they didn't know who he was. He just got shouted out, like just seen.
Exactly. He knew how to relate to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Ross said it. Like, some people just have it. Like, they don't know what it is. They can't figure out what it is, but they just have it. The Ron, Austin, people like that. They just have it. They just know how to connect. And
It's the chemistry. The chemistry.
It is. It's chemistry. It's energy. Nobody knows exactly what it is, but it's some energy, a vibe that they give off, and people can't help but to like them and want to pay to see them.
Yeah. So what was it like for you to be like involved with TNA? Was it really really neat at the time? Awesome. Like it was really. I mean, that was like the early. It was
when TNA first started.
Yeah.
It was a family. Like it was a locker room of family. I was new. I was coming up in the business. I didn't know all that many, and the people I did know, I wasn't like really close to.
No.
So when I joined TNA, I was a hot shot with Cassie Riley.
Yeah.
And he knew everybody. He had been to WCW and things like that, and done a few things.
You know what, Chase? I still have like every single TNA taped. I think I still have like every single first like episode. You know what I mean? That's good.
You've got a few of me on there. So
probably do.
Kid just going through puberty, I think.
Yeah, probably. Diving off the cage. Yeah, man,
that was a little bit later on.
I know. That was.
I drew some
balls.
Some hair at that point.
Yeah, you had some hair.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cassie was like the veteran of the team and helped me along the way and walked me through everything and introduced me to people. And it was a lot easier on me being a tag team walking in at that point in time because I'd have been a lost puppy dog.
If you're singles,
I was already lost. Yeah, I was already lost.
Yeah,
but I had guidance and I hit it off with everybody. Just sit around and bullshit, talk and hang out, and, things like that. And you just connect with certain people and we didn't have separate locker rooms and things like that. We all got along. We all was really close and become, the newer people coming in. We'd all, we were building something. You could feel.
Oh, I know.
That build.
It was hype. It was.
Yes.
I mean,
it was.
Because think about it. You had AJ Styles. You had Red. Amazing Red, who really were like the guys who Jerry Lynn, of course, like all the other guys.
Yep, the tag team division and the X division was the top thing going for TNA.
It really was.
It was drawing people people were watching. People were talking about it. If they had went 10 years off that concept.
I didn't realize, and I never realized they would do TNA would do free shows, right? They would do
yeah. The tapings.
Man, I was like, damn! If I ever got, I was like so jealous of that, you know.
Yeah, we do Sunday, like we do like a pay-per-view, and then we have Monday off. Usually it's like a travel date because if we're somewhere else, you know, and we had to travel to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And then we do a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Right.
Taping.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's usually how it went.
Wow.
So yep. And then we had house shows that started happening later on.
I know.
So then
they keep on.
Herbie Sattler's like running that, a lot of it, anyways. And so we were over on the far East Coast, like the Virginia, the Carolinas,
the Jersey Shore, the Jersey. I bet you did.
Yeah. We went up. We did. We went into Massachusetts and all that, didn't we?
Probably did the Asbury Park show, right? Oh no,
man,
Asbury
I
or.
really remember what I had for breakfast.
Probably had Rawway. We did one at the Rawway Rec Center too. There was one there. I remember they did it with Abyss and Tommy Dreamer were there.
I don't know if I was there.
You probably weren't. You probably. I think Abyss and I think Joe was there and Sean. You know what's his name? Oh God. Looks like Shannon Moore. I think Shannon Moore was back.
Oh, Shannon Moore.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of a Sean.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Shawn Michaels, but he was trained by Shawn Michaels also, so which is cool.
Shannon was there whenever I was there, but I don't think he had a contract at that point in time.
No.
He might have had a small one, but he come back right after I got my release.
Yeah.
Contract dispute, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
He had come back with Jesse Neal. They brought in Jesse Neal.
Yes. Yeah, that guy dominated the scene. My God, he was awesome.
Man, they're good people, man. Good people.
I know.
I wish me and Andy got to wrestle on it, on TV and stuff like that as a team. I think we'd tore it all down.
Probably would have. You probably would. Looking back, but you faced Abyss. Come on, like the monster Abyss. Look where he's retired now.
Man, Justice or whatever, Chris, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
Abyss. I call him Justice because when I met him.
Yeah.
Many years ago, he was this great big guy that looked like.
Yeah.
Who do you look like? One of the Freebirds.
I think I know.
Michael Hayes.
Yes, yeah. The other guy, Ronnie Garvin. No.
Not Garvin.
Oh my God.
The tall one with the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Man, I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
Yeah.
I'll come back to that here in a second. But he was an identical twin of him.
Right.
And everybody he was young and hungry, and he was an amazing wrestler for his size.
Yeah.
And it was everybody trying to get him to slow down because he was moving too fast, and he was selling too much for everybody. And they're like, man, you're huge. Like, quit selling for these people, and things like that. So I got to travel with Abyss whenever we was. I mean, this is like 98, 99.
Yeah.
So I've known him forever. I've wrestled him so many times before he was Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we got on TV, he was in a heavyweight division. I was in a tag.
Yeah.
So we didn't really wrestle all that much.
No.
I think we wrestled maybe twice on TV.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Probably a hardcore match or something.
I don't think I was in a hardcore.
No.
Man, I can't remember. I've done some hardcore with him, but I don't think that was before we did the sign contracts. Like we was young and dumb.
Yeah.
Trying to
get in the business.
Trying to impress everybody. There was ECW marks back in the day.
Yeah. Now look at it. Now it's going. Now they're
doing flips off statues and buildings and things like that.
Yeah, now they're bringing barbed wire into play, which needs to be seen. Not, crazy, huh?
Well, there's ways of doing it when you do it right. There's ways
Absolutely.
of doing it. It is.
Absolutely.
And these kids today, they don't understand that, and they're almost like backyard training, and they're out there, going through some. I mean, I see some stuff sometimes on YouTube that I just happen to run across. Somebody will tag me or something, or send it to me. And
you're like, what?
I click on it.
Yeah.
And man, it like cringes me. I'm like, oh man, that guy ain't gonna be able to walk in 10 years. Like, you can't do that. Like, and I remember all the veterans of the business. Everybody in the locker room was a veteran besides me and maybe one other guy at the time. every show I went to, it's all a bunch of veterans and maybe a kid like me. There's just one of us. Now there's one veteran and 15 kids in the locker room. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, everything's changing. So I remember them getting on me all the time about doing these cool maneuvers. It's just things that I had learned, like, because I was a crazy kid. I didn't watch wrestling, but I don't think I wasn't jumping off my roof. And
like a Mick Foley. Come on.
I'm from Indiana, and there's all these mining pits out there that's filled up with water now. So we were cliff jumpers when we were kids.
Oh, cool.
So we just go out to these cliffs and just do some crazy stuff off these high cliffs. Yeah. We didn't have video cameras. We were poor kids, Yeah. I never even asked for a video camera, and I didn't know that.
I remember jumping off my roof all the time,
Man, my mom would get so mad at me. I'd have to do it while she was at work, because she'd come home and yell at me because she'd see my footprints in the yard where I'd been jumping off the roof. And she'd be like, "We don't have insurance. Like, quit."
It was more fun in the snow, I think, too.
Yeah, my friends would come over, and I'm like, "All right, mom's at work. We can jump off the roof now." So,
jump off the roof while it's snowing out too.
So it was and once I got in the ring, like, I wasn't scared of those heights or anything. Like a lot of people, they get on the top rope for safety. Yeah. And that was my home. It was locking up that I had issues with. Like, I was an amateur wrestler, so I'd lock up like an amateur wrestler.
Yes.
And it's backwards. So, man, I'd get catered so many times. My nose stayed broke for like probably a whole 9 months of my wrestling. My training and everything. The first 9 months, my nose did not heal. It would get broken, rebroke every night. It just never had time to heal. No. And I was like, man, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be a wrestler.
But you got trained by. Also, you got trained by Tracy Smothers.
Yeah. And there was no. You didn't have a cell phone, so there was no calling anybody to come get you. I was on the road. For 9 months with Smothers. Yeah. Like, living the life, like, like I was young and beat up, and I wasn't gonna talk back to him, and I didn't even say anything. The first 2 years of this business, I didn't talk. Yeah. So he really had to squeeze words out of me if I was hungry or something like that. I was just, I'm going off his dime, so I'm like, just whatever, like a tuna and a water, or whatever. Like, we didn't pay for water back then. We got a cup, like 10 cents for a cup. You fill up your own water. So, and I was always like, I was trying to live cheap because I was living off him, and he was helping me so much. But, and he would always get mad at me because I couldn't gain any weight eating like that. He was always like, you got to eat a lot, Chase. You got to eat so much protein. Like, let's get 10 tunas for you, and you need to eat 5 of those a day, like. Yeah. I liked it then. Now I'm like, tuna? Like, oh. I grew up on that shit for 2 years of my life, like tuna. So yeah, it was a different time back then, and I'm humble for it. I wasn't at the time. I hate it. Yeah. But over the years, I've learned that I go back and think about that all the time, and I would not have the respect for this business if it wasn't for that time frame. Wow. So I'm so humble that I went through every bit of that and got the training that I got and the knowledge and met the people that I met through Tracy. I mean, I've learned from some of the greats. I mean, Kurt Innings helped me, Ricky Steamboat, Les Thatcher, Terry Taylor, Larry Sabisco, Tom Pritchard. Those guys all took time out of their lives to help me, whenever I was a kid. And if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for Tracy taking me there and taking me to those shows and introducing me and putting me over to them as an athlete, and then watching my matches and then critiquing them when I get in the back. I mean, just help them.
Just to think about it, being trained by Ricky is that's a real golden step right there. Ricky knows, look where he is. Yeah. He's been.
I actually got a certificate around here somewhere that says I was trained by Ricky.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I still got it. I ran across it. I just moved here in the last 7 months. So I found it in the move. So I got it somewhere close by.
You got to put that on a frame and put it on the wall.
I know. I'm still trying to unpack stuff. I'm on the road so much.
I know. It's a headache. I know.
It is.
It's a headache when you have to move. I know all about it.
Yeah.
Moving family. It always sucks. Or some friends. But no, man, now's the time. Now's the new time, and it's a new breed. You're probably like blown away.
I am, man. I see some of the high flying acrobatic stuff that I see. It's so you can just tell it's choreographed.
Yeah.
And it's I was always taught that if you're having a 6-minute match, it shouldn't take you 6 minutes to talk about it. Like,
yeah,
you should know your character. That guy should know his and everything. You might need to, if you got a name for a move that he might not know, then go ahead and tell him, like, hey, I might say this out there, but this is what you go through, just for safety reasons. But that's all you need. And nowadays, it is like they get there at noon, and they are walking and talking all day long, trying to choreograph these steps that they're taking. And I'm like, holy cow, this is like a ballet day. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I could.
You
had to memorize my fair share of matches.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the guys now. It's like think back to the days of like Sabin to Sanjay. Come on, those are like the innovators of high flying. People don't realize like those guys. Shelley to.
But those guys. Yeah, all three of those guys you just named. All three of those guys.
Yeah.
They do get in there and they'll roll around and try to come up with some creative stuff.
Yeah.
But they can walk and talk too. They can go out there.
I know.
They can go. You can walk up with them and you can. I mean, it's chain wrestling, like where you just flow with the moment, and they still get all their stuff in.
And Frankie Kazarian, of course, too.
Knows.
And Frankie Kazarian, of course, also.
Yeah, Frankie's another one, man. Frankie's amazing.
He's awesome.
Yeah, all those guys, man. They're wonderful. But they're from a time frame where they were the only guy in the region pretty much at that point in time doing that kind of stuff.
I know.
So everybody taught them the old school way, and then they've added their creative. Like Japan was doing a lot of those acrobats back then, and so they were transitioning that over to the States. And these guys today don't understand that those guys knew how to work. They just all they did is watch a few of the pay-per-views and go, "Oh, I want to do that wrestling move." They didn't realize why they did it. There's a step to everything.
There is.
Everything that those guys do in the ring, there's a reason why they did it. It's not just for the wow factor. It was to build that crowd and transition them to the very end of the match. And grab you so that you wanted to watch next week. Not because they wanted to give you everything right here and right now. Yeah. Now there's nothing for you to watch next week because you've just seen every move.
And then look at the female too. Look at the females, man. They're killing it too. Impressed with all these.
They are, man. The females are going these days. Like
they're like,
yeah. They're. I don't watch too much female wrestling. But I used to. Leilani Kai would help me out all the time, and I would watch her training drills. And I kind of lived with them for a few weeks, so I seen a lot of her training sessions with multiple women, girls sessions, and she was just she's the old school, like beat the shit out of them, and only the strong survived. And, like she was nice to him. Don't get me wrong, but she got brought up the right way with Davey Boy Smith and all them, like helping her. Yeah. So she was, that's how she was. She was a pig wrestler before she got into wrestling. She was that Hawaiian that would wrestle pigs. So these other girls are like, some of them. Some of them are athletes and great wrestlers.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen who got signed to like NXT, WWE. Like Maya Kim. Maya Kim. Yes. I'm so glad for her. She's one of those ladies that she I know.
She paid her dues.
She did. It was like Amber Moon when she did.
Yep. I agree with that 100%. I wasn't speaking on terms of those ones worked their way.
They did. And what's the cool thing is, I've seen them through their career from CZW when it used to be a WSU. The WSU female promotion, and and local wrestling. That's just like local shows would have them on the card. Like they were two people that.
Man, that's good. See, you watch them like come up. You know what I mean? So
like I saw Amber actually leave her last match before signing.
Yeah. So you feel. You feel like you've seen a part of her, like, you know what I mean?
That's
like
yeah.
This memory of her. So you kind of want to watch when she's when she's on doing things. You're invested in it because you remember her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird how we reach out as wrestlers and we touch that your soul. You know, like you feel connected to us.
It's like Drake Younger. You know, when Drake Younger got signed as a referee. You know, like that was big.
He's from my high school. Like, me and him went to school together.
Oh, no kidding.
So he's like, I'm like 4 years older than him. I think. Like, he was in. He was always in art class. Like, he was in 8th grade art, junior high, middle school, whatever you want to call it. It was attached to our high school.
That's crazy.
So I'd always get out of class and run over to the junior high art room and hide out and things like that.
Yeah.
Trying to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And he was always in there, and I met him then. And then whenever we started wrestling, I'd always run into him at Evansville, Indiana, at the Coliseum. And he's like, hey, take me on the road. Take me on the road. I was like, this kid is
like, but he did. He made a name for himself in IWA Mid-South for years, you know?
Man.
And CZW and just...
He's one of those guys that... Our town really doesn't have anything going for it, you know, like where we come from.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys that got out, which is hard to do. It's hard to get
I know, and he got to go to Japan. That kid got to go to Japan and travel, you know? Like,
he got out. He left, you know. It's hard to do that whenever you grew up your whole life in the same town and you never really left, you know?
No.
Our parents were old school. They don't leave and travel and things like that. They just, we live in a farm community.
Yeah.
And, you know, going 40 minutes down the road is like, it's like you're asking them to go all the way across the country. You know what I mean? So, So growing up is that way, and for us to get up and move away from everything that we know and venture out into this world, it's scary, you know. And a lot of people don't make that transition, and I'm so happy for him
that he made it.
He was able to get up and out of there. And I wish I could say I helped him a little bit, but I didn't. You know?
You can say you're a friend of his. You were a good friend.
I was a friend.
I know.
I really didn't think. He was, at the time when I did meet him, when I come back and I realized, like, oh man, this is that kid that I used to talk to in school, and we was on the football team together and things like that.
Yeah.
He was gushing blood and things every night. And I was like, this kid is not going to make it. Like, that hardcore stuff in the past. Like, you got to learn how to wrestle.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to take him with me because there was no place for that on the road at that time. Like, having kids out there was fine. He was doing it at IWA and things like that.
Yeah.
But you couldn't venture out into the Tennessee area.
No.
Kentucky, there's no blood.
Yeah.
Missouri, no blood. Like,
Yeah.
everything that I do was a no blood state.
Yeah, I know. The rules are so strict.
And
I know.
Yeah, if there's any blood, it had to mean something.
They shut the door. They shut the doors down. They shut the doors.
Oh man, they'll shut your match down. As soon as you get a little boo boo on your elbow or knee or something like that, it's a little blood, your match is done. Like, you can't.
No.
You can't go on. You got 30 seconds in the match. Otherwise, they're calling it.
That was like
it
was crazy. Like this year at New Orleans, WrestleMania weekend for Game Changer Wrestling, it was killed it, you know. But they had the commissioner, no blood no dives. They had a lot of rules that were so stupid.
I forgot Louisiana was like that. They didn't used to be that way. Their commission's gotten really strict now.
But you know, when they come to WrestleMania weekend, it's going to be something else. You know, it's going to be Jersey. They're going to allow a lot of things. You know.
But I ran into Drake again. I flew out to somewhere in LA or somewhere in Southern California. I can't remember exactly where I was at, but Les Thatcher was running the show out there. Yeah. And he flew me out, and it was a weird deal. Like, you did 10 minutes. You got points for pinfall, submission, count out, and he was on a point system. And at the end of the 10 minutes, whoever had the most points won the match. So I was one of the guys that he flew out, and Drake was one of them that he flew out.
Oh, cool.
Or maybe Drake even lived there. I don't know.
He probably did. He lived everywhere. He had bumped on. Yeah. He lived on everybody's couch. I know that.
So whenever I ran into him out there, and he had changed. Like, his whole aura had changed. Like, his energy levels and everything had changed. He was clean. Like, you could see, like, that was weird, man. You could see, like, he was just, like,
and
he was like grungy,
and now he has a family and he's doing all right. You know, come on.
Man, he did a complete 180, and I'm proud of him.
I know. That's like my friend. He's a wrestler. He's actually a Jersey All Pro wrestler, and he actually is a referee too. You know, for WWE. You know, it's like you just don't know who's going to be. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Drake can wrestle. Like, I mean, he can wrestle.
He came down to Jersey one time. I remember saw him at a Jersey All Pro show. He came, of course, you know. And hell, man, I was like surprised to see this guy wrestle. I'm like, holy shit, man. Hey, man, you know, like just really fucking grungy bandana just coming out. Saying, hello. I think I have a picture on my Facebook. I'll have to show you. It's crazy.
Yeah, you have to send it to me.
Yeah.
He used to be a little short, a little shorter, but he was thick. I mean, he was like.
But then I remember. Then I also remember. I remember the time at CZW they actually honored him with an award, and I actually got in the ring with him. I remember doing that. That was pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But like I said, he did a complete one. I almost didn't recognize him. Like,
yeah.
He's lean.
I know. He's sharp, fit. Yep.
And, yeah. He looks. I mean, like I said, I couldn't be more proud of him.
No. So many people are proud of the business nowadays. Come on, you know. There's a lot of people don't need to be need to still be recognized, you know. But we know who they are, you know.
Yeah.
New people.
Yeah, he worked his ass off to be where he's at.
It's like I'm supposed to be getting an interview pretty soon with Scott Bigelow. Scott Bigelow, Bam Bam's father.
Oh.
Yeah, before WrestleMania. I'm keeping my fingers I can get it because he's supposed to do something to induct his dad. You know.
Oh wow! I didn't.
Yeah.
I've never talked to him.
No, I never knew he was a wrestler. You know what it is? My coworker. His daughter's dating him, and he's actually a cop too. So, you know,
isn't that weird? It's all who you know. It's weird, and everybody's a wrestling fan. I try to say this to everybody. You know, nobody. There's a lot of people who don't admit to it today.
No.
But if you can sit down with them and have a little conversation, they have something in their past where it goes back to wrestling. It might be a grandmother, a grandfather, might be their parent, it might be a brother, sister, it might be a cousin. But they have a story about
absolutely, and it's amazing.
Everybody,
it's amazing.
Everybody,
and my coworker sent me a picture of Bam Bam's jacket, like it was in his closet. His uncle took everything. I can't believe it. Like they took it for what he had, you know. But
at least they got it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
I know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good.
Yeah.
You don't see it all. Yeah, you don't see it on eBay getting thrown around.
No. But like, I think his boots. His uncle took the boots, and why would you want to take the boots? Those are nothing. Like, you know, take the vest.
The bullcrap.
Yeah.
The boots, like my boots are like wrestling boots are everything.
Yeah.
That's your. You know, that's all your miles. Like,
yeah.
That's what you've done. It's like having nice tires on your car. You know what I mean? And they finally wear down. And you don't really want to get rid of them because you got so much miles on those cars.
But when you place them in that ring, and retire, that's a bigger, you know, it's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, exactly.
Big accomplishment, you know.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, so we're good.
No, that's not for a long time. Not for a long time. But,
yep. See, Andy was like that. My old tag partner, Andy Douglas. So we had turned on each other in Nashville at the time, and we were wrestling each other and teasing pretty much splitting up or whatever, but we were teasing it. So the storyline had come down to a cage match at the Nashville Fairgrounds, you know, and that's where me and him first tagged it. So it all just made sense, you know. So we set up for this cage match, and I get there, and Andy's like, he's like, hey, I'm not going out there and bleeding or anything tonight in the cage. I've been bleeding like the whole month. You know, like it's been beating me down. I've been blood gushing everywhere. And I'm like, you're what? What do you mean? And he's like, man. He's like, my family's out there and this and that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. And I was like, wait, now hold on now. Like that's the payoff here. Is I supposed to bloody you up?
Yeah.
You know, and he's going, yeah, just not tonight. I was like, what the hell do you mean not tonight? Like, you know, I'm kind of like...
Yeah, a feud. Yeah.
I'm really confused about it. So I go up to the promoter, and I'm like, what's the problem? You know, that promoter's like, I don't know. Let me go talk to him. So he comes back, and he's like, he doesn't want to do his parents are out there, he said. I'm like, he's bled so many times with his parents being out there. Like, that's not an excuse. So we go out there, and we wrestle. We have one hell of a match. And afterwards, we're getting out of the ring, and he grabs a microphone, and he announces his retirement.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, well, that's a way to keep us on TV because we're taping it for TV, you know. And
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of wondered where my storyline was going after that.
Yeah.
Nobody talked to me about what was coming up. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, he's gonna pull a Funk, Terry Funk, and, come back for a few weeks, turn on me again. Like, all right, I get it. So he hands the mic over to me, and I cut this hellacious babyface promo, about being the best man in his wedding, and, being there, throughout, the last 7 years with him, and, we were on the road more than we was home, like, we literally lived on the road 5-6 days a week, different countries and everything else. So I'm putting my heart into this promo. I haven't thought it out at all. Like,
Yeah.
This all caught me by surprise. So I'm like, I'm in the moment of it, and we get this big hug and everything, get in the back, and I'm laughing with him and, high-fiving him and stuff, and I'm like, man, that's a way to keep us on TV, man, like, smart. He's like laughing about it too. Packing up our bags, shower and all this, pulling our bags out, like, I give his wife a hug and says, good meeting her, or good seeing her again, or whatever. I hadn't seen her in a while. And as they walk out the fairgrounds, they get in this U-Haul, and they start driving off. As I'm pulling my bag over to my car, like, they were driving off this U-Haul with this truck hooked up to the back.
Right.
And I was like, man, he's really playing this out.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I would do if I was going to retire. I'd act like that. I was like, man, crazy guy.
Yeah.
So like 2-3 days go by, and I'm like, man, I haven't heard from him. So I go to text him, and he changed his number. It goes to comes back, says there's an error. The number I was trying to. I'm like, what? So
Yeah.
So I social media. I try to get on. I think it's
MySpace.
MySpace. It was one of the two.
Yeah.
I try to get on there and look him up, and it's deleted. Like,
Oh,
I thought he
shit.
blocked me. I
Yeah.
was like,
You son of a bitch.
bastard blocked me.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear from him for 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years.
Wow.
No, I knew he was still alive. I just, like every once in a while, Bob Ryder was our agent, and he'd be like, oh, yeah, I heard from him, he's in St. Louis, or he's in South Carolina. I'm like, what? He's like, well, he's in college, like just that. And he, a few years back, he moved back to Nashville. He's in Hendersonville, like right, just a tad bit north of Nashville. And he's a chiropractor now. He owns he's got his own business, and he's doing amazing. Like, I haven't been in to see me. I'm a little scared to what he's gonna say if he starts trying to crack me or something like that.
Yeah. Mind cracking my back for me? No.
Yeah, my back hurts from carrying him all these years.
Yes.
Like, now I gotta go to him to fix me up.
Hey, there's a question. Actually, you know what? I just saw this in my chat feed over here on my pod thing, and this lady Amy said, when will you come back to Ring Wars?
Ring Warriors.
Ring Warriors.
Whenever they when Ring Warriors just started up, it's on WGN. Every Saturday morning, it'd be, I think, 8 a.m. your time. Pretty sure it's 7 a.m. in Nashville. So WGN America, and they were running out of a casino out in Vegas. So we fly out there and we do 7 shows at a time when we tape. So 7 shows back to back. Like,
man,
it is a long,
friggin' night.
rolling time.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you'd be like pulling your hair out.
Yeah. So we're 14 shows in right now. We've done two tapings out there, 14 shows, and but TNA just went in and ran the same venue, and there's 2 other independent companies that ran the same venue. So right now they're trying to find another venue so they don't oversaturate that.
Yeah, because
venue.
they don't. Yeah,
it's a really nice venue. Like, it's great for production. The lighting's, you don't have to go out and get your own lighting or anything, because the way they've got it set up, it works out great for wrestling. So all you got to do is build your ramps, and put your small production in there. It looks like a multi-million-dollar budget.
You can do it. I know, it's amazing what you could do in a big setup or a small setup now. It's so amazing,
Yeah, and it looks so good. Like, if you put 600-700 people in there, it looks like this huge arena that's sold out. Like, just the way that they have the placements for the chairs and everything. I mean, it looks really good on TV.
It's like this building in Asbury Park. There's a building in Asbury Park right now that they use, and my God, it's like sharp. Just it's like you're standing on a staircase, looking down, and the ring is right there, and the stage is back in the background, and people, you just stand up. You're like, wow, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You don't need to fill. You don't need to fill seats. You don't need to fill the seats. You don't need seats.
Yeah. And like I said, they've only ran twice. It isn't like they're like a year in or anything like that. I know they've got 14 shows out of it, but they've only ran twice. They're still building and things like that. So they just haven't found another building yet. They don't want to, like I said, they don't want to oversaturate that. So right now, they're still in the process of showing their shows that they've already taped.
Yeah.
So they're just looking for another building, and then you'll catch me back on there.
Nice,
so,
nice.
Yeah, I'm not out of the loop. I'm just
Who's on that roster? Anybody that I would know? I don't even know.
Yeah, Austin Aries,
Okay.
Eli Drake,
Okay.
Wes Briscoe,
Oh,
Cassie
wow.
Riley, me.
Yeah. Wow.
Francisco Chiazzo, Disco Inferno.
Good roster.
Man.
And some younger guys.
Oh yeah.
And some younger and newer guys. You're probably like blown away by them. Every time you see them.
Yeah. Like now it's like it's running into your old friends again. Your old high school buddies. Like you come in, you're like, man, where you been? Like, so yeah. It's
But wasn't it? But I thought Austin actually was running his own promotion. Wasn't he supposed to be working on something? I think Austin.
I have no idea. I don't talk to Austin outside of TV.
He was supposed to own his own. He was
still under contract with TNA when he was out there taping the Ring Warrior stuff.
Yeah.
And then some people had sent me some stuff saying he had done some stuff on TNA and he was done. So because I kind of wondered what was going on, why he was at Ring Warriors. I didn't. It ain't like I threw it out there or anything. I didn't put anything online or
probably
anything
not.
about it. But it's
probably.
business, and it's I don't know what his business was with TNA. I know the reason that I wanted release from my contract is because they literally wanted to half my pay. And I was like, wait, I'm not making enough.
Yeah.
I'm making barely enough to survive the way it is.
No.
It isn't like I was living a good life.
Yeah.
I was just like, if you're gonna, I was like, you have the option to make more money. I was like, I do not have the option to make more money. I was like, because you're telling me that you might start running these other shows.
Yeah.
I was like, that might's not in my calendar. I was like, so the option is not there.
You're not gonna buy You're not gonna buy my house in Florida. Come on,
Yeah, right. So that was the whole deal.
Be glad, be glad you had your time and you did what you did.
Exactly. It was time to go. But then we went to WWE and me and Andy had a few runs with them, and that didn't work out.
No.
We got hired on we got hired that first time, and then Andy went online and he didn't use any names, but he was basically told TNA to screw it. And we signed a WWE contract.
Yeah.
He didn't say it that way, but I wake up next morning with 500 emails.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm going, congratulations for what? And I'm looking online. I'm seeing these dirt sheet things that are like, copied and pasted everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's Andy. It's his blog that he put up in the middle of the night.
Blowing it up.
I'm going, no, we haven't signed yet.
You jackass.
They said they were going to FedEx us the contracts that we negotiated on, and we signed them and send them back. And then we still had to go through our health.
I know.
Stuff, we hadn't had our physicals and blood and all that done yet. So anyways, I'm trying to contact him, and he didn't get back to me for 2 days. It was 2 days trying to get a hold of Andy, and it was it was just one of those days he went out partied and decided he was gonna tell the world how it was at that point in time.
Yeah. Screw it.
WWE didn't like anybody.
Yeah, doing stuff. I know.
Well, they didn't like you. They didn't like you telling the fans that you were going somewhere before you signed the contract and was under the roster.
Yeah.
So
you're like, whatever.
We got that voicemail too. Don't worry about those contracts when they come in. So I still got got it somewhere right here. I still got that contract.
That's funny. That's crazy.
Not allowed to sign to send that.
It's amazing. I mean, that was like, what, 19 something, right? Gosh.
Yeah, 90, 98, 99.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not 98.
No.
2008. I'm sorry. 2008.
Yeah, 2008. You were,
2008.
yeah.
Yeah, 2008. Man, you got me all screwed up on that one.
What are you wrestling in the WCW era?
What's that?
I
Yeah,
said
WWF
that-
era? Yeah.
WCW era.
WrestleMania. Yeah.
You know.
I was on Starcade.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. You're climbing on the with the Road Warriors. Yeah. In a
Oh,
Midnight
yeah, you
Express.
remember me. You remember me.
That was it. You're the extra guy. You're the extra guy.
Yeah, and many more.
I actually love telling the story how Starcade would. Actually, I went to a convention and Jim Cornette was there, and he was telling the story how he fell off that. It was crazy.
Oh man.
But Dusty was laughing his ass off because Dusty was right there. I was in it was great to hear from Dusty laugh like as Jim is saying something.
Well, Jim stood heights. He didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
He stared depth to do it.
It's like.
And that,
That's like Mick Foley. That was like Mick Foley when he did the Hell in a Cell. You know what? I got up on a mic at the same show actually, and I actually asked Mick what was it like. Bill Apter was there, from Pro Wrestling 1, and and I was like, Mick, what was it like falling off the cage? What was it like going off that cage in Hell in a Cell versus Undertaker? He was scared shitless. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah, you just close your eyes and pray for the best.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, things are slow motion most of the time because of how many times you've been in the ring and work and stuff.
I showed my coworker that. They're like, oh, what the holy? Is this guy insane? Yes, that's Mick Foley, man. He's done it all. But now he does comedy acts. Come on, he's killing it.
He's been to Nashville 3 or 4 times, and
I'm dying to go to one of those.
I'm always on the road whenever they come through here, but I'd like to go to one of those too.
Yeah, just to see it. It's great to see.
I feel like all the boys are becoming comedians now.
Some comedians or podcasts or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember in the TNA days. I remember going and watching Mike Sanders do a stand up down in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
He was down there at the same time we was shooting.
Yeah.
So we all the boys went over there and supported him, and man, he was actually really funny up on stage and stuff like that. And I was like, man, all we gotta do is tell our real stories, and people's gonna laugh because you can't believe there's no way that this happens to real people, But it's normal to us, like our trips on the road they're always something.
There is always something. I know something always happens.
Yeah. You can write a short story off each and every venture every week, everybody's always like, Chase, you need to write a book, and I'm like, man, I gotta remember it, like. I don't remember shit. Like I gotta drink just. Do a
documentary or something, Do a documentary, Get some people and do a documentary. That's what it's all,
Well, I got like that little shoot DVD out there with Xbox.
Yeah.
Called The Case of Tales with the Naturals.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good. I haven't watched it. I lived it, so I haven't had to watch it.
Right.
But my memory of it is it's all shoot. I mean, me and Andy's drinking a case of beer and telling the world how wrestling is.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. That's something I'll have to check out. Love.
Yeah, I got it. I got the DVD here. I never stuck it in and watched it. So, yeah.
That's
a little worried.
Good times, good memories. It's just like where they go.
Well, I remember them looking at me as they got ready to turn they got ready to hit record. It was like, we need an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You guys talking. It was like, that's what people's gonna want, at least an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got enough stories for an hour and a half, and I was like, you just turn that on, let us go.
Yeah.
So they hit play, and then they had to change
tapes, probably.
whatever it was. They had tapes, whatever. They had to change the thing out. They was like, oh man, you used up 2 hours on that one. Like, I was like, man, we ain't got into our careers yet.
Yeah, like.
So they put the other one in, and they cut us off an hour in, so we did 3 hours of talking. And they were like, we still had to go to a show. And we ran out of beer, so they went and bought us a liter of vodka.
Mm-hmm.
So they were mixing all this vodka and with these Mapco cups that we have.
Yeah.
These little plastic cups.
Yeah.
And they're going, you guys are going to go to a show now? And we're like, yeah. You know, like, so I drive all the way to the show, and like they're in the back seat, and they didn't bring the cameras with them. They just wanted to go along to the show because our hotel was back in Charlotte. So they ride to the show with us. You know, as they're going, we're telling stories too. You know, because we weren't done talking yet. We still had all kinds of stuff to say. Yeah. They cut us off, 3 hours in. Yeah. So as we're telling these stories, they're dying laughing. They're like, "Oh my God, why don't we bring the camera? Like, this is what we need to be taping right here." Mm-hmm. So we went all the way to that show and tore the house down, drove all the way back to Charlotte, and we flew out that next day. I think we went to Puerto Rico right after that.
Oh, nice.
We flew over to Puerto Rico.
Nice.
So, because I remember I had a Puerto Rican chick with me.
There you go.
So,
nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Crazy times.
Good times. Chase, you got anything else you want to say? Man, this has been a long conversation, man. Holy shit. Look at that.
No, I told you, man. You get me on, I'll talk all the way till the sun comes up.
I got to go to work at, what, 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock?
5:30? 5 o'clock, 5:30 a.m.?
5:30 a.m.?
Yes.
Well, yes. I don't have to work until Thursday, so I'm good. I can talk all the way up till Thursday.
I can't. Unfortunately, I can't. I got to make a couple. No, I got to make dollars.
Got sports, man.
I know.
I have to run them all over because they're in high school wrestling right now. So
it's a heck.
One's JV and one's varsity, so I got to have them all over God's creation.
Yeah.
For the week, and it's kind of running into my wrestling shows. Like,
then
I gotta drop them off early and drive to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mess when I get in some of these places. Like, I haven't had to run into these issues throughout time until just this year.
Yeah.
So this year's been a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
No, I'm good, man.
Chase, I'd love to have you on again. We'll come back on. Come back anytime, man.
3 hours of talking, just let me know.
Well, you do it on a Saturday or a Sunday when I got really nothing to do. How's that? Or Sunday or Saturday when there's no wrestling yet. I'm taking a break. I'm just taking a break from. Actually, I'm taking a long break for a while for Christmas. I'm taking a while.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna take a long one too.
Because it's expensive after a while. As a fan, you know what it means. I can't be everywhere in one day, one weekend.
That's right. That's right.
But no, we're not Santa Claus. Our paychecks don't stretch that long, But no, Chase, this is I really appreciate having you on tonight. This is really fun. I'm glad I reached out to you, and talked to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for contacting me and giving me the time on your radio and everything, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's the way to do it, And just feel free to plug away anything you want. Plug away.
Email me, or Facebook me, Instagram me, anything you want, and I'll share it the best I can, and it's all about who you know. So I'll help you as much as I can. You guys help me, and here we are.
Yeah, check him out on Facebook, fans. Check him out. What do you got coming up? Any shows coming up?
Yeah.
Let's hit it.
I don't know what today's date is, but this weekend I'm in Kentucky again, and then I'm in Illinois, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the towns off the top of my head.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm in Kentucky both nights. I think Friday and Saturday I'm in Kentucky. So
yeah, awesome.
I'm Kentucky's been taking a lot of my time. Like I'm not ever moving there, but
no.
I will drive through there to enlighten my fans, entertain.
There's a promotion in Kentucky. It's called Kentucky Zone Wrestling.
Yeah, where's that out of?
I'll get you the details because we have a deal with them.
All right.
So I'll talk to my friend and spread the word to get the JJ McGuire owns it. Do you know that name?
Yeah, I don't, man. I barely know.
You know what? Check it out. This guy. I'll tell you what. This guy created all the WWF wrestling music from the past.
Oh, you know what? I might know him then.
Yes.
I might know him.
Yes.
I've ran it.
So many people I know.
If I see his face, I would know, and I'd have stories for him.
Yeah.
I can't think of what he looks like right off the top of my head right now.
But we joined after we had him on our podcast. There's some big things coming for him.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'll hit him up and let him know. or I'll send you some contact info and.
Yeah. Email me his name and everything. I'll add him on social media. And,
Yeah.
I'll keep up with him. Like
Oh
I
my
said,
God,
I'm here to help as much as I can.
Kentucky's up your right. I mean, not too far away, but right?
Brother, I go anywhere. If I've wrestled over in Europe and Puerto Rico and God knows whatever's on the other side of that crap. If I wrestle there, I'll go to wherever.
Yeah, exactly. Even on the East Coast, gotta come to the and I'll drag you on the East Coast somehow. I'll put some names there, but we'll.
Where are you guys located at right now?
Where am I located?
Yeah, where are you guys located?
Well, actually, I'm not a promoter, but I have friends in the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, what state are you in right now?
Oh, New Jersey. Remember how
you're in New Jersey.
Jersey Shore. There's so many.
And where?
What's that?
Where else? Is it your Jersey Shore and?
Yeah.
Where'd you say the other one?
GCW.
Just Jersey.
Game Changer Wrestling.
Yeah, you might be.
H2O. I'll pass you some promotions.
Yeah, send me all that stuff, man. I appreciate it.
There's some and Jersey Premier Championship Wrestling. That's one of my local ones. Every year they do it. They don't, not every month. They come around. But we just tore it down. I'll put your name in.
Well, send me all that information and send them my information. And
yes.
Let's get all this. Let's get going.
Let you get down. I know. Get out there. But Chase, this was really awesome. Let's talk to you about it after the holidays. What the hell?
Yeah, perfect. Hit me up anytime, man. I appreciate it.
All right. You have a good night. Thank you for being on.
Yes, you too. You take care, guys. Yeah.
Wow, fans, that was really awesome. Tonight was one of those cool, just sit back podcasts. I enjoyed myself talking to this guy tonight. Chase Stevens, really one of the nicest guys, I guess, in the wrestling business, man. You don't believe where he's been. He's been in TNA, he's tagged with the Naturals and other tag teams as well. But he's still out there wrestling, man. This guy is still on the scene. So you know what? Check him out on Facebook. Get to his show. Go see him in Kentucky. Go see him where he lives, and just get out and support indie wrestling and support Chase Stevens, and catch him at a show. It was really cool to hear some stories that you don't hear that often in the business, and it's amazing. And thank you for listening, and have a good night.
You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: deathmatchrussell.com, follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32, and on Facebook, facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share, and on Twitter at PodcastCityNet. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.